Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Toon 215, and right now we are in Mississippi, the state of Mississippi, and we're in the city of Jackson. We're going to be doing a driving tour of a random neighborhood, just some random areas. We're headed to South Jackson, like the southwestern area of Jackson. So I want to take you guys on the journey with me so you guys can see what I see as I'm on the way there. Right now, we are approaching Monument Street. Monument, we're at the intersection of Bailey Ave and Monument. We're on Bailey Ave, but when we go forward, it's gonna turn to Gallatin Street. Gallatin, Gallatin. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Gallatin. Well, we're just gonna say Gallatin for now. It is currently 73 degrees. We got cloudy skies. It's a relatively warm day. We are going to be heading to the southern portion, and this is no defined neighborhood. We're just going to be doing some random driving. If you haven't checked out the other Jackson, Mississippi tours that I've done before we leave the city of Jackson, check them out. They're on my channel. All right, so we're at this red light. We're still waiting for it to turn green. There's a green arrow that goes left, but on my right hand side, it looks like we got Brent's Used Auto Dealership. We also have Seabrook Paint Company, Benjamin Moore Paints and Fine Wallpaper on my far right hand side. We got a green light, so we're gonna continue. We're gonna pass Monument. This lot on my right is for sale by owner. I guess they're selling that used auto dealership. We're now on Gallatin. I should probably learn how to pronounce that, right? Greater Clark Street Church on my right hand side. We're about 10 minutes away from our desired destination. We're passing Shreveport Street. We got some graffiti on my left hand side. Check it out. We're now approaching Amite Street, A-M-I-T-E, downtown storage complex on my right hand side. We got downtown on our left, literally. Downtown Jackson is on our left hand side. What's surprised me, driving from state to state, town to town, we've been in some small towns, was that there's been graffiti in many towns or cities that I didn't expect there to be graffiti at. And I come from Philadelphia, PA, so there's a huge graffiti presence in Philly, and I know for sure there's a huge graffiti presence in New York, and there's a huge graffiti presence in LA, and there's a huge graffiti presence in like Miami and like big cities like that. But there's been some unknown cities to me, cities that I've never heard exist, or just small towns that I've been seeing graffiti in, and it's quite interesting to see it in other cities. We're passing Capitol. I guess that artwork is a universal language when it comes to the country, because I know in other countries too, in Europe and all, pretty much all over the world, graffiti is existent. We got the Iron Horse Grill on my left hand side here on Pearl Street, Pearl and Gallatin. I'm gonna make this right hand turn on Pearl Street. There's no sign that reads otherwise and tells us not to go, so we're gonna make a right hand turn on red. We got the Oyo Hotel on my left hand side. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn over here on University Boulevard. We're gonna go around this circle. There's a sign on my right there, reads Jackson State University, Highway 80, but we're gonna go around this circle. Got some Jackson State University banners up on the poles. You see them? Advertising, established in 1877. Online at pawn.com, usapawn.com. That's that billboard read. Alright, we're on University University Boulevard, passing John R. Lynch Street. We got a fire station on my right hand side. Jackson Fire Station. Has a number 28 on it. Passing Langley's Upholstery on my right hand side. Passing Bishop S.R. Chambers Drive on my left hand side. Now we're passing Natchez Railroad Ave. Passing Natchez Ave on University Boulevard. We got Charlie's convenience store on my left. We just passed Hooker Street. Hooker. Yeah, there's a street here called Hooker Street. We're passing Chestnut. We got police on our left. Passing several businesses on my left hand side. Passing Florence and University Boulevard. We got a gas station on my left called Sheriff 66. We got a gentleman over here on the side with a shopping cart. Family Dollar on my right. We just passed West Silas Brown Street. Passing a barbershop on my right hand side. Now we're passing Winter Street. Kingdom Outreach Ministries on my left. Pawn We Buy Gold on my right hand side. Passing a brake service center on my right. Collins Dream Kitchens on my right. Police on my left hand side. Passing NRJ Tax Professionals. We just passed Porter Street. And a convenience store on my right. Passing Rowan Street. Exxon Gas has gas for $3.19 per gallon for regular fuel. We got the Tarrymore Motel on my far right hand side. We got Mega Mattress and Furniture Outlet on my left hand side, open to the public, never pay retail price again. We got a Trustmark Bank on my sharp left side. Actually, let me consider my right. I think I got dyslexic real quick. I was looking left, but I knew it was on my right side. We got the Regal Inn right in front of us. We'll be passing it shortly. Regal Inn on my right hand side. HBO, ESPN, TNT, cable. Wow. Cut and Loose Barbershop on my right hand side. Hattie's now open on my right hand side. Looks like a diner. There's a Buddhist center on my right hand side, and there's an abandoned building on my right. Passing Lynn Road. On our left we got several other businesses, Shoe Time, City Trends, and more. Passing Capital Body Shop. Passing Raymond Road. Passing Jasco Food Market. I see several Jasco gas stations, so I guess that's a regular gas station here. Passing Wilmington Street. We got a piece of sofa in the street, like a cushion. Passing the exit for Vicksburg North. Got an RV business on my left hand side. We're going under Interstate 55. That's above us. I believe that's I-55. Ouch. New Dimensions International Fellowship and Ministries on my right. Pretty rough street here. I'm going to slow it down a lot. This street is hurtful, not only to my soul, but to the suspension of the vehicle. That's wear and tear. Ouch. police coming up in front of us on the left-hand side. We're passing Shadow Lawn Street, and we got Alto Woods United Methodist Church on my right-hand side, and the police on my left. We're now passing Sunny Lane Drive on my left-hand side. And we got Craft Office Plus supplies on my right. On my right-hand side, far right, you guys can't see, but we also got Lester Elementary School. And we got Craft Office Supplies main building. We got A1 Transmissions on my right-hand side. This road is hurtful. Kennedy Behavioral Health Center on my left, and Custom Cuts and Styles LLC on my right. Jackson Square Promenade on my left with several plus businesses. Passing Colonial Drive. We got Pharrell Calhoun on our left. We got a bunch of abandoned buildings on the right. It looks like they're trying to rehabilitate them, trying to work on them. Passing Arbor Hills Drive on our left. I'm still driving slow because speed limit is 35. I'm doing 15. Passing Pine Lawn Place on my right. Arbor Hill Drive was on our left. Now we're passing Kim Bro Drive on our left. There's a dog on the porch on my right. That building looks abandoned. It's boarded up. That sucks. There's another abandoned house on my right. There's a baby crib on my right hand side on the ground. We're passing Pine Ridge Drive. There's a Rite Aid on my left. They painted over the Rite Aid sign. It's closed. Passing McDowell Road. The gentleman crossing the street. Got a food depot on my right and an abandoned gas station on my right and another abandoned business on my left. Sherman Williams, Roses, a Family Dollar on my left. One business that I see that always strives and survives in abandoned towns and abandoned cities. We're passing City Gear on my right and a wash, dry, and fold service. We got Southgate Dental Associates on my right, Coin Laundry, and more. And a Pizza Hut on my left and a Sun Beauty Supply. The business that I always see that perseveres in abandoned towns is dollar stores. How ironic, huh? We got Cedar Lane on our left and Bank Plus 24 on our right. Yeah, there's been plenty of towns that I've been in that were abandoned, and the only thing that's still surviving is like Dollar Generals, Dollar Plus, Dollar Stores, Dollar Tree, Family Dollars. The dollar stores always, it'd be like a whole abandoned town. There's been other towns, like if you check out, I believe, was it Coffeyville? Coffeyville was pretty abandoned. Even the downtown district was desolate and obsolete. Like it was like, it looked like a Western, block. Like from the Western movies, like when they do the draw and they shoot at each other. But the dollar, I think it was a Dollar General, was packed. There was like 6-7 cars out front, and it was up. It was in business. You know what I mean? Metro by T-Mobile on our left. Bumpers Driving on my right. That's a cool looking business. Bumpers Driving. It kind of looks like a Sonic's. Another fire truck on my left. Number One China Buffet on my left. Quick Fish on my left. Abandoned Business on my right. Jackson Still Standing. Finest Sports Bar on our left. I seen a couple mainstream businesses that look boarded. You could tell they're mainstream because of the facade, the style of the building. It looks like a commercial business. We got a Church's on my right. Church's Chicken. Passing Tree Haven Drive. And we got a Popeyes. They always put them right next to each other. Like if I own the Church's or I own the Popeyes, I would try to locate mine as far away from another chicken joint as possible. Seriously. Not be right next to that chicken joint. That's your competition. It's gonna take some of your money. Alright. We got a tire alignment business on my right. We got an automotive color on our left. And O'Reilly's Auto Parts on my left. Fine, what's that? Liquor and wine spot on my right. Make this left hand turn on Terry and Santa Clara Street. We got police cameras up here on this corner at this intersection that we just passed. Yeah, there's police cameras. All right, so right now we're like on the southwestern portion of the map. We're below the Outer Woods neighborhood. I got a car behind me that's probably about to start flying by, so I'm about to pull over so that they can go by, so I don't hold them up. There's a abandoned house on my right. I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna let them go by. Texas tags. It had 20s on the Camaro, probably like 22s. We just passed Santa Clara Circle. What we just passed was a circle. We got a whole family on my left-hand side that is pretty much having like an outdoor cookout or eating. It looks like the Camaro is probably part of that family. Abandoned house on my right burned down, was condemned. On my left-hand side, we got Baker Elementary School, Baker Heights Community. We got a gentleman on my left riding a 20-inch bike with a Nike shirt. It says, "Just did it." His whole entire bike was painted one color. We're at Santa Clara and Greenwood Ave. Let me go straight and then make a right instead of making a right here. I was gonna make a right here, but let me go to the next block. Passing Santa Clara Street. Let's make this right on Fielding Ave. Burglar beware town watch signs. Holy smokes. Look at all this dumping right here. All this trash. Oh my gosh, this is a hurtful block. That house on my left is abandoned. Look at all this trash on my right. There's a classic car down there that looks in poor shape. Yo, the amount of abandonment and the amount of just debris and bags and trash. There's an abandoned house on my right. Ouch. We're traveling slow. We're doing 9 miles an hour, guys. I mean, I can't go any slower without looking like I'm about to do a drive-by. We had a beautiful dog in the lawn on my right. That's cool. Let's make this left-hand turn. We're gonna turn left on LaSalle Street. There's a giant crater pothole in the middle of the ground. I'm trying to swerve around. All right, we're on LaSalle Street. Now we're gonna go up to Clark Ave and make a left. Abandoned house on my right. Check it out, for sale. And dump it right in the lawn. Oh, there's a dog over here. Oh man. Another dog. Another female too. How you doing, girl? You alright? You alright, girl? Oh, good girl. She looked at me and she ran. I wish I would have some food to give her. If you guys didn't see my other 2 tours, I've been feeding dogs here since I started the driving tour. She's out. I said, and she just ran. She looked like she had a litter. There's abandoned houses all on my right. She's probably scavenging for food, guys. Those 3 houses on my right were all abandoned. She was out though. When I mean she was out, she hauled butt. And she had fresh, her teats, as they would say for dogs, were swollen. So she probably had a litter. And the bad thing is, people tend to just use them for the litter of pups, and just discard the parent. They don't care about the parent because now they got the pups. Look at this on my left. Oh my gosh, guys. Abandoned houses. Look at the street. Oh my gosh. This is like a war zone. The The mailbox looked sturdy, I'll tell you that much. The house was abandoned, but that looked like a fresh mailbox. Surprised nobody ain't steal the mailbox. There's another abandoned house on my left that's for sale. Y'all can't even see it. Yeah, that was a sturdy mailbox. I'm surprised nobody dug it out of the ground and used it for the front of their house. The post was stiff. The mailbox was painted clean. The house was abandoned and in horrible shape. Clark Ave and Inglewood Boulevard. We're at Inglewood, but spelled with an E, not with an I like in California. There's another dog over here. A boy. This is the first boy we seen today. I saw 3 females. There's a boy over here. I'm gonna show you guys because you guys probably don't believe me, but look at it. Right there. You see that boy? He's a black dog. Oh man. He's on somebody and he's emaciated. His ribs are showing. Telling you, man. Sucks. But look at the neighborhood. Like, whoever owned them here must have not cared about them. That house on my right was mangled. Let's make this right on Dunlop. Inglewood Boulevard and Dunlop. Look at this house on my left. It's in ruins. And look at this one on my right, completely abandoned. Completely mangled. Sheesh, man. We're at Dunlop Ave. Beds on my right, just thrown out. Abandoned houses on my right. Look like they're working on this vehicle on the right hand side. They're doing some work. Either they're trying to jump it, they're doing something under the hood. Alright, we're at LaSalle and Dunlop. Look at that blue house on my far right hand side. It's leaning. The whole house is broken, falling apart. It's leaning over. We have boarded up houses here. 29, 26 is boarded up. There's another dog on my left, but it looks like it's next to a dog cage. Look at the yards on my right in dismay. Trash all over the porches. Trash all over this. I mean, wow. Let's make this left-hand turn on Arbor Hills. LaSalle and Arbor Hill. This takes worst neighborhood to a whole new level because there's different definitions for worst neighborhoods. There's you know, you got the worst neighborhood because of violence. And you got the worst neighborhood because of the aesthetics, like what it looks like the physical nature of the neighborhood is like one of the worst neighborhoods. This to me looks like one of the worst neighborhoods. I haven't seen the whole entire town of Jackson, but boy, we're at Inglewood Boulevard. We got a stop sign on my right. They spray painted on the stop sign. Arbor Hills and Inglewood. Let's make this right on Inglewood. The dog is all the way back there in the middle of the street. That sucks, man. We got some trash on my right. We got a sofa on my right. The thing that I feel most for the animals because they don't choose to be in this. You know what I mean? They don't have a choice. The owner chooses them. Look on my right, abandoned. You see it? It's boarded up. The owner chooses them, so the animal doesn't have a choice. It's like when a child is born on this earth, the child doesn't have a choice. The parents made the child, and the child just has to live in whatever conditions their parents made them in. Well, the dog or the cat doesn't have a choice. The owner, at one point or another, feels as though that they can take care of the animal, and then just lose interest in the animal for whatever reason, and that's it. And then the animal now has to fend for themselves. We're at Inglewood and Kingswood Ave. We're gonna make a left-hand turn because on my right-hand side it just bends its back around. We're at Kingswood Ave. Let's make a left-hand turn coming up here. At Crestwood. We're at the intersection of Crestwood and Kingswood. It looks like we got an energy site on my right-hand side for electricity. Let's make this left-hand turn on Crestwood. We got a couple youngsters over here. 2 of them walking, 2 of them on pedal bikes. And look on my right-hand side. That white house on the corner of the next block on Arbor Hill Drive is abandoned. These streets, oh my gosh, these streets are mangled. I'm gonna make a left-hand turn. That's how mangled these streets are. But look at the house on my right-hand side. That one right in front of me, like I don't even want to drive through it. Look how deep that hole is. Like I'm in a little teeny car. I ain't gonna be driving through that pothole. That pothole's gonna eat the whole car. Then we got the kids out here playing. This is what the kids got to grow up in, you know, and it ain't their fault either. You can't blame it all on the kids. Usually something like this happens through generations of decay. Look on my right, abandoned building and then all the trash. This is something that's it becomes habitual, becomes like a habit over time, and it gets passed on from generation to generation. Somewhere along the line, a generation stopped caring. I don't know which generation stopped caring here, but there was a generation that stopped caring. We're Arbor Hill Drive and Ashwood. Because I'm sure that these neighborhoods were vibrant back in their heyday. You know what I mean? Let's make this right on Ashwood. I'm sure that one time, there's giant craters all over the ground. Like, what? Like, if you don't pay attention at night, like right here, boom. If you had some rims with some low profile tires right there on my left, you see it, boom. That's like 4 or 5 inches deep. That'll break an axle. That'll dent your rim. That'll crack your rim. That'll blow your tire. Got 2 gentlemen over here walking in the street, chatting, talking. We're about to approach, what's this? Greenwood? We're gonna be approaching Greenwood Ave and Ashwood. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn on Ashwood. Look at this street is beautiful. This street is paved. And I'm surprised that more of the neighborhood isn't like this. You know, nice and paved. Look at my left, tons and tons of trash. Yeah, guys, this is rough. This is pretty rough. They got giant lots on my right that's just vacant. And it's hard because there are homeowners here that I'm sure that care about their property. There's homeowners here that care, but you know, you can't control the whole entire neighborhood. You can't clean up after everyone else's mess. Look at that Monte Carlo on my right. Wild, y'all. It's really wild. We're at Greenwood Ave and McDowell Road. I can make a left, I can make a right, I can make a left, I can make a right. Where should I go? Where shall I go? Where shall I go? I'll try making a left. Wow, these cars are out. This Camaro's out. Alright, we're on West McDowell Road. We got Little Birds of Glory, Trixton Daycare on my left. We got a gentleman walking the street. And a nice classic truck in that abandoned gas station. Wow, that was a decent classic. Really cool truck. Pop Delicious Gourmet Popcorn. Monroe's Donuts. It's interesting too, because as I've been traveling, going more down south and stuff, I've been seeing a lot of different businesses that it's like somebody thought that their business idea was a great idea enough to start a business about it. For example, that Pop Delicious Popcorn, I guess that's a whole business about popcorn. There was a spot that we saw that was all hot dogs. It was like a hot dog parlor, and it was abandoned. And I'm in my head like, dude, like, you really thought that hot dogs was going to be the commodity that everybody was going to come to you? I mean, it's a good idea. It's different. But then you got places like, doesn't Checkers, I think Checkers started selling hot dogs. They sell like chili dogs. And you got other mainstream ones that are more popular that tends to sell the same thing. So you kind of need to have something really really unique or really good, you better have some really good hot dogs. You better have a really good recipe that go with that hot dog. You know what I mean? But it's tough. It's tough. Food depot on my left-hand side. Ah, there goes that dude with the bike that's all in one color on my left, the little 20-inch BMX bike. Let me make this right. I'm gonna merge right. I'm gonna merge right on Pine Tree Drive. Oh, we had another dog on my left, but it looks like it belongs to that property. He's on the lawn. He's barking. You see him, black dog? Oh, it's three dogs on their lawn. Yo, that's crazy. I'm hoping that was all other dogs and not just stray dogs just congregating on their lawn. Wow, look at these streets. Oh my gosh. It's a combination. Holy smokes, look at the sides. Abandoned house on my left, abandoned house on my right. Look at the lawns, overgrown. Like, this is a different level of overgrown. Look at all this trash. Abandoned house on my left. Keep out abandoned house on my right. Sheesh. These gotta be some of Jackson's worst hoods. Like, dudes, these are abandoned. Everything I'm passing is abandoned. Listen, I've never been here in my entire life. This is my first day here. I didn't pre-educate myself about these neighborhoods. I'm just randomly driving. I just randomly chose to make a right there. If I didn't choose to make a right there, y'all would have never seen this block. And look at abandoned. Look at the dismay that's on this lawn right here. This is, I believe, the Alto Woods neighborhood based on what the map is actually showing us. Yo, that dude with the one color bike is behind us, and he's probably gonna think that I'm stalking him. That is crazy, right? Go ahead, dude, pass. Bro, pass with your little bicycle. What are you gonna just be behind me the whole time now? He's literally pedaling behind me slowly. Does he stay in one of these houses or something? Like, I don't know, dude, but I'm here doing a tour. Abandoned house on my left. There's one on my left that looks like it's lived in. But look at this stuff that's on his lawn. He got a broken toilet on his lawn. Yeah, he's out. Bro, I ain't worried about you, so you can feel good. Oh, this is his home. On my right. Wow, so who knew that the dude that we saw on the single color pedal bike, yep, that's his lady over there. They got a little grill going on. Wow. So bro gotta live in this. I'm sure that he's accustomed to it, that he's used to it. And directly in front of us, a abandoned home, falling apart. Right in front of us. You see it? You probably can't see it because it's so screwed up and falling apart that you can't really make out what it is behind the trees. And then this neighborhood needs some grooming. Like, seriously. Like, oh wow, there's two dogs on my left chained up. Oh my gosh. I take a deep breath every time I see dogs chained up just out there. I be getting recommended videos. They recommend me videos of people who groom lawns for free, and they'll pick a neighborhood, like, they should pick this, and they'll do a video of it. I groomed this guy's lawn for free, and they showed it before and after, and it gets 10 million views, 25 million views. Look, there's a fire hydrant on my right hand side of the house over. 20 million views, 30 million views just because they groomed somebody's lawn. This is a neighborhood where you could start at, whoever grooms lawns. Seriously. Like, sheesh. And the thing is, there's trash scattered all over. There's another abandoned house on my left. There's trash scattered. There's dogs. Plenty of dogs on the properties that are lived in. They have like 2 or 3 dogs per property that's tied on the lawn, I guess, to protect. I guess they fear that somebody's gonna go inside their house, so they want to make sure that nobody goes inside their house. But look at these houses all abandoned. So on my right, empty blocks. On my left, look at. Abandoned. That's abandoned right there. Door wide open, windows all broken. Look at the lawn. Look on my right hand side. Look at the center aisle. This one on my right, that's abandoned. And it just repeats. Across the street on my left hand side, you see that blue siding? That's abandoned. On my right, there's another one hidden over here that's abandoned. Plenty of property vacant. Now I kind of understand. When I was doing the downtown driving tour and I was relaying a little bit of information, of Jackson downtown driving tour. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Via Wiki and Google, it was saying that in 2010 the census had a higher population of people that was living here, right? And it makes a little bit of sense, because now if you think about it, in 2010 the census reported thousands of more people. Right now we're in 2021. The last one they did here was 2020. The 2020 census reported a decline. Look at on my right, all abandoned homes. Holy smoke, I just passed 2 abandoned homes. Another one on my right, abandoned. You see it? Abandoned, the door wide open. So, I guess the vacancies ended up these people, it's, all right, people leaving was equivalent to these homes being abandoned. All right, let me phrase that better because that doesn't even make sense. We're passing Pine Ridge. Those people who left from 2010 to 2020 probably used to live in these homes. Basically, that's to sum it all up. And their homes are abandoned. I don't know if they left because they, you know, lost their mortgage, they defaulted, or if they just, you know, didn't want to live in their home. They left their home when people broke in their home, stole the plumbing, this, that, and the third. I don't know what the case is, but this is wild. This has to be one of the wildest looking deserted neighborhoods that I've been in. I've been in several plus outside of Philly, you know, and this is one of them. This falls on the category of like, wow, like a neighborhood that's in decay. And what that does is that'll eventually drive out. This is that block that we made it right. Remember? You remember? Pine Tree Drive on my right. That's the block that we made it right on. The part that sucks is there are people that do care about their homes, and the thing about it, they stay through all this. Like this will make some people want to sell their home. Will it make you want to sell your home? If your home's bomb, your home's beautiful, you care about your home, but 90% of your block is abandoned. Would you want to then sell your home so you don't got to look at the 90% of abandoned block? Or would you stay and stick it out to the very end? I don't know. It depends. It varies from person to person. You know, you got some people that are, they're in their comfort zone. They'll say, look, we'll stay here because this is all we know. Look at my right. Abandoned, burnt, falling apart. It's like a skeleton. Y'all can't even see it because there's so much grass right there. Oh my gosh, there's so much grass. You can't even make out what was back there. It's basically like a skeleton. Yo, look at this dog in the middle of the street. What is it doing? Scratching itself? It looks like it ain't got no head. Now that's impossible. Oh, it's emaciated. There's 2 dogs here. Oh man. Sorry guys. I don't know, I see another one right over. Look at this beautiful one over here on my left. She looked healthy. She looked like a deer. She had a big old stomach. But that one that was licking his own back, he was missing, he wasn't missing a head. He had ribs showing. Abandoned burnt house on my left. Abandoned house on my right. Crapola. That's what my pop would say. He would say, this is crapola. Hillside Drive. Not about neighborhoods. He wouldn't say that about neighborhoods. But if something bad would happen, or if something wasn't good, he'll say, that's crapola. And that's what this is. This is crapola. Like, and who's the mayor of Jackson? I think I said it in that downtown driving tour. What's the mayor doing about this? Does the mayor come to these neighborhoods? What does he or she do? I think it's a he. He had an interesting name too. For sale. Property on my right, for sale. Look at this. Abandoned sofas, trash. Oh my gosh. And those dogs live in this. Makes me just want to be like an animal advocate, driving with like a 50-pound bag of dog food and be having like bowls, like styrofoam bowls. They got a Monte Carlo bag there. Beautiful Monte Carlo. Oh snap, there's a pit bull running to me. There's another pit bull. Jeez. 3 of them on their property. They had a Monte Carlo back there in '87. Let's make this left-hand turn on the street. This is Glen Street. Another abandoned house on my left-hand side. 2616 abandoned. 2624 abandoned. Some of them look lived in, but many of them are abandoned. There's many of them lived in, but I think for just the amount, the equivalent that are lived in, there's just the equivalent that's abandoned. Sheesh. And the dogs get me every time. And there's one on the left that looks hurt. And homie sitting on his lawn with trash all around him. He looked like a young brother too. There's another one over here burnt up with trash around him. And he was staring at a phone, bro. He's probably gonna see this one day. If he's in the YouTube community, there's a house for sale on my left. You're gonna see this one day, bro. It's like, if I was in that position and I was sitting there, I would at least get a trash bag and I would make sure that my little square looks cool. My little front lawn, I would pick up all of that trash, put it in the trash bag, and that's it. It's my square, it's my little lawn. I can't control everybody else's lawn, but I could, do the best that I can with my lawn. The thing is if that's something that they're accustomed to, they know no different. It's like, that's crazy, bro. And we got messed up parts of Philly. We got messed up parts of Philly, but I think Philly's to the point of revitalization where a lot of the spots that used to be the worst of the worst back in the day have been revitalized. And our old worst of the worst spots that probably looked like this back in the day, back in the 80s before I was born, because I'm an 88 baby. I was born in 88. So in the early 90s and then 80s, there was blocks and blocks that were vacant. But there's been a lot of coalitions and initiatives to revitalize Philly. So we do got, some rough spots in North Philly and probably like, I don't know if a lot of, West Philly used to be bad, but a lot of West Philly's getting revitalized too, and it's beautiful. We don't got spots like this anymore that's back to back, abandoned on top of abandoned on top of abandoned. That's the Lincoln Continental on my right, that's a Cadillac. Abandoned, and then the streets, oh my gosh, we got back streets. Look at this, oh my sweet baby Jabibis. I gotta maneuver through this. This is like, there's a car behind me that really wanted to go by me, but like, bro, like I'm trying to worry about my suspension. Abandoned houses on my right, but like we ain't got it like this though. At least not anymore. Now, Bmore is row homes though, but Bmore got a lot of abandoned homes. Baltimore, Maryland. Look at my left. You see that classic gray truck primer? That looks nice. We're doing like 14 miles an hour, y'all. And I slow down when I see these potholes. See these craters in the ground? Look on my right. Look at the lawns. Like this lawn on my left was nice. I give that person credit. 2445. 2445. This is Coronet Place. Coronet. I give them credit because they care. There's a toilet on my lawn on the right. On my right on the lawn. Crazy, bro. And I never got into politics, so I don't like to talk politics. That's not my cup of tea, right? But I would hope that whoever the locals elect in the office would do something about this. That's it. That's all I would hope. You know what I mean? That's the end of the comment there. That's the end of the story. I just hope that in every town, wherever there's somebody trying to get elected, that they physically come to a neighborhood like this and then they create a plan that says, look, this is what we want to do about it. And then after they're in office, they do something about it. The end. Hashtag Toon for president of the world. Say no. Nah, I don't want to be president. That they don't pay enough for that. That's crazy though. All right, we're on Cummins Street. Cummins, like Dodge Cummins. Let's make this left-hand turn on Cummins. we're gonna make this left-hand turn here on Payden Street, P-A-D-E-N, Payden. And I thought this ended around the corner. Like I thought, I'll be completely honest with you, I thought we was that little corner that we did back there when we first started. I'm like, all right, so that's probably gonna be it. Now there's more abandoned houses over here on my left, 2 of them, boom, boom, back to back. And they don't look like any ordinary abandoned house. They look like they were hit with a sledgehammer, like lightning struck it, like somebody with anger management came through and stomped the house in. Like they falling apart in all different awkward, weird ways. Like this roof over here. Like y'all think I'm joking. Like, oh, Toon, you making this up. Look at this roof right here. Look at this roof. You see? Abandoned. The roof looks like they got a bad leak, but you know what I mean? It look hurt. It is on my left. A huge lawn full of all types of mess. Right here on my left. You see it? Beds, trash, furniture, TV. They just made a big pile right on the lawn. So right now, it looks like we're in the Alto Woods, lower portion of Alto Woods. But that was crazy that it still continued. I was thinking like, all right, we only get 15 minutes worth of just that. Nah, bro, we still driving through like a war zone. And I'm not even talking about violence and crime. Maybe violence and crime happens around here. I don't know. I don't see it. Obviously, it's not happening right now while the camera's rolling. But when it comes to, whoa, this car was out. Saturn, you out, bro. That car was out. Well, he thought he was in like the Indy 500. But this place is a sight to see. There was some kids on my left-hand side playing. The thing is, kids, they're innocent, so they don't see anything. They don't see what I see. They don't see what we see. There's a water heater on my right. They don't see what we see, you know? And you can't blame it on them. Like I said, the kids don't know no better. This is generational sometimes. This is like, you know? Maribel Key Elementary School. Think about that. You're a teacher. You teach at a school. You come every day to teach these elementary school students. You got to drive through those blocks. You know what I mean? Or you probably don't have to drive through those blocks. You could probably take the main routes. But let's just say if you drive through those blocks. You know what I mean? This is wow. Let's make this right-hand turn. We're now on West McDowell Road once again. Let's pass up another block. Belvedere. Whoa, dude, slow down, buddy. KJ Food Market on my left. Papa John's on my left. Pizza. Imagine being a Papa John's pizza delivery driver and you got to drive to deliver pizza on one of them blocks at nighttime. With all those abandoned houses and all the trash and all the potholes. Like, shh. Listen, I want $100 tip. My tip gonna be 10 times the price of the pizza. Look at that house on my right. There's holes in the windows and the walls and everything. My tip is gonna be damn near 5 times the price. You're gonna talk about inflation? I'm gonna tell you about the inflation. I just ruined my whole suspension delivering this pizza to your neighborhood. Look, more abandoned homes. They just don't stop. It's like every single block here has several plus abandoned homes. Some had a dozen or more. There's glass all in the street. I want to watch it. Definitely don't want to get a flat. Whoa, potholes. make this left-hand turn. We just made a left-hand turn on Wynn Street. W-I-N-N, Wynn Street. More abandoned houses all on my left. Yup. Abandoned. Yeah, people picked up and left. This dude on my left with a high vanity fence, I guess they figured like, you ain't gonna look into my property. Look at that little baby blue little mini cheese bus on my right. See it? But they painted it blue. We're on Mulberry. We just turned off a Wynn and Mulberry. There was an abandoned house on my right. Alright guys, this is pretty repetitive. This is just abandoned on top of abandoned on top of abandoned. I think this is going to conclude the tour for today. This was a short driving tour of the southern portion of Jackson, Mississippi. This is Mississippi's capital state. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have any knowledge, if you have any information, if you live here, if you used to live here, if you got friends here, if you've been here, share that information in the comment section. You can enlighten me, teach me, as well as teaching other people who read the comments. Because people do read the comments. And we got people who watch from all over the globe. So maybe you could teach them a little something as well as teaching me something. I'm open to all knowledge you guys can provide. Consider subscribing, turning on your notification bell, and or smashing that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. All engagement is great engagement. This is your homeboy Toon, Mr. Toon Dollars, Toon 215. Y'all know Toon be chilling. I'm tuning out.